Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Rashi and I make videos on fashion, aesthetic and much more. In case you're interested in such content, do subscribe this channel. So let's get started. So today's video is going to be Q&A video, or when you can say getting me know inside out, like a talking get ready with me kind of video. So to understand my whole journey of fashion design as a student, I have prepared these 10 questions, so which I will be answering along with the get ready with me. So yeah, let's get started. So we are already done with the cleansing, toning and stuff. So now we'll be doing the moisturizer plus primer, which is from the brand Aqualogica illuminating primer, which gives a dewy finish. So let's apply. Before that, let's take our first question. What was the first piece of clothing you ever designed and how did it turn out? So the first piece of clothing, yeah, so but the first piece of clothing which I ever designed was I guess during my second year. So yeah, it was a team project along with my friend. So which we designed for a show which was called Antwerp Fashion Week. So yeah, I modeled that. So if I had a picture, I'll attach somewhere over here. So yeah, that is the first piece of cloth which I designed. Probably consider. Before that, the next question. Which fashion era did you find most inspiring and why? So the fashion era which I found most inspiring was like the preppy fashion. That is the main reason like I took the inspiration of my final collection as preppy fashion. When I was researching on different fashion era, I did a detailed study on different eras. So out of that, I found preppy, the high school fashion, really interesting. So that is the main reason I took it as an inspiration. So it was a period from 1970s to 1980s, so before the retro era. So yeah, that era was my blended the concealer. Next we'll move to the compact, which I'll be using the Fit Me. Before that, the next question: how do you stay ahead of trends without compromising your unique style? So like every person, not only designer but basically every person have their own style of doing work. So when it comes to the trend, uh, like we have many websites and forums where we get the insight out of all the trends available. So there is not like the much work involved to get to know about the trend. The only work probably will be um, requiring is like you need to do a basic study on the current trend, and you need to just find the in between point between your own style and the trend, and then you're good to go. So now we need to blend the compact. So I'm using a brush using this watch. Next one which we are doing right now is the what we call this contouring. So we will be taking the next question in a while. So yeah, let's start. Let me add a question. Let's expression. Next question is: can you share a time when a design didn't go as planned and how did you handle it? Um, Design didn't go as planned. So like, yeah. So sorry, I took a bit of time to remember. So this is something which happened recently. So for the avant-garde thing, so I designed something else, and when the garment was when I made it couldn't turn out the way it should have turned out. Unless we will be skipping the highlighter, so we'll be doing the blush only. Since we are doing a casual look today, so I don't think highlighter is required. So let's move on to the eyeshadow along with the next question. What are your go-to fabrics and materials when starting a new project? So basically I'm very comfortable with normal fabrics like cotton, georgette and stuff. But when I start a project, I want to differentiate myself through fabrics. So what I do is I don't pick up the normal fabrics. Like I go for extraordinary and unique fabrics which my people may know there are these kind of fabrics. Like if you see my fine collection, so the corduroy and stuff are other unique ones, so which most of the people don't know there is these kind of fabrics too. So yeah, I try to get through unique fabrics. So before starting a project, I first research on what fabrics are available, like which I can make available, available to construct. So it's time for the next question. So how do you balance your creativity with practicality in your design? So this question means before that, today we will not be doing eyeliner, so only mascara. So this question, like, we design these extraordinary kind of garments, but in sometimes it cannot be practically made. So for that, if you have a good knowledge of pattern making and draping, then you can analyze while designing that whether you will be able to make this or not. So next step is lip balm, and then go for the next question. What is your take on sustainable fashion and how do you incorporate it into your work? So if you see like a few eras back, if you go and analyze, even the fabrics which we have was pretty expensive, but it turned affordable due to when huge masses of people started buying those fabrics, the cost started reducing. So now according to the population, like more than half of the people don't consider sustainable. So that's why the sustainable fabrics comes in a really costly, expensive price, both ready-made as well as the fabric. So when the masses will start buying sustainable, then only the cost might reduce. So like if someone earning is like 500 or 1000, If you go and tell them buy a fabric for, buy a sustainable garment, which costs 4,500 per garment, then of course you'll not be able to afford it, right? So currently sustainable doesn't work. Yeah, upcycling works. Like you can upcycle your old garments and make, new garments to reduce the wastage. But currently I don't think so sustainable works, because there is a very very few people who consider buying sustainable fabrics. But maybe it has a future, but not in present. So yeah, we are done with the makeup and we have like little two questions left, so I'll quickly answer that. So who are your fashion design idols and how they have influenced your style? So personally I really love pastels and glittery kind of garment, like this party wear which bold and elegancy. So my idol would be Manish Malhotra, of course. What advice would you give to aspiring fashion designer just starting out? Um, so who want to start their journey in fashion design? So I would advise them just have a degree. I know people have turned established without an degree, but if you have a degree you gain more knowledge. So yeah, you just have a degree, you will gain good knowledge and mainly work on your illustration skills. If you want to do a job, if you want to do a business, then of course you can hire peoples. But yeah, if you're going to do a job under someone, and do improvise your illustration skills, because without illustration skills you'll not be able to put your idea into a design. So yeah. So yeah guys, that's about today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. In case you enjoyed this video, then do subscribe to this channel. So until that, stay safe, be happy, and bye bye.